Firestone's record.
They're what, the 16th seed?
We are, we want some lost, we like to take, we're going to defend the north wall.
I don't see Firestone.
So I guess we won and we elected a friend. Wait, what are you guys looking for?
Firestone?
What are you looking for out there?
Firestone's record in here, I don't see it.
Text me the link to the game. Box it in.
Check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2, check.
You guys ready?
No.
For my roster, she say last time.
You ready? Yep. All right.
They don't have a record on there, nothing. Is it 55, 53, or what is
Does
it?
anybody know Firestone's record?
I think they're 4 and 6.
4 and 6? Okay. Thank you. It is 4 and 6. We can do that.
All right, go with that.
I got 5 and 6.
You got 5. That's wrong, because it's 11. So that equals 11.
Yeah, you can only play max 10 games in the regular season. I know.
In this opening round, the Benedictine Bengals will be taking on Akron Firestone in the first playoff game of this playoff season. This is the second season of the 21 season. This one has a bit harsher penalty. If you lose, you're out. That's right. Of course, the Bengals are no stranger to the playoffs. We've been there many, many times, and this year we planned on going deep. I'm here with my partner, Aiden Kinney. And Aiden, what are folks in store for tonight?
I think they're in for a good battle. I think Benedictine is clearly the better team, but we'll see Lucas Coltenbach, a freshman, get his first start over C.J. Yarborough because of a suspension, and hopefully he can just sling the ball around. I think we're gonna rely a lot on the running game, but I think it's gonna be a good win for the Bengals, and we'll hopefully go to round 2. We are number 1 in our region, but we have lost our last 2 games, so hopefully we can just pick up here and get a win and go to the second round.
Firestone comes in here with a 4 and 6 record, and they made it to the playoffs as the 16th seed. The Bengals finished with a record of 6 and 2, limping into the playoffs with 2 losses at the end of the season to that everlasting nemesis down in Akron, where Firestone is from, losing to Akron Hoban and then dropping a tough ball game last week at Nordonia, as my partner stated. Starting quarterback for the night will be Lucas Kaltenbach, a bright, young, talented freshman from the Kinston area. As Akron takes the field, Firestone will be on the east side of the stadium here at Euclid High School Football Stadium, and the Bengals will take their natural position here on the west side of the stadium. As we mentioned it before, yes, Lucas Kaltenbach will be starting tonight. C.J. Yarbrough, who is serving a suspension, will be out for the first half, and hopefully we won't need him at all.
Yeah, hopefully. We know how the Bengals can be. We can be really electric on offense, and we can put up a lot of points, but sometimes we are a second-half team. So let's just hopefully get a big enough lead where we don't even really need CJ to play that well in the second half or even need him at all.
Yeah, that would be nice. And it'll be really nice to take a look at the freshmen, as normally when a 1 seed plays a 16 seed, it's usually a huge advantage for the higher seed team. But like the old saying goes, you don't want to take any opponent slightly, as the Bengals take the field for the first time in this 2021 football season playoff.
Yeah, it's definitely tough for Luke to come out here and start his first varsity game as a playoff one. But yes, it is against a weaker opponent. But of course, we can't. We'll count our wins when we actually win it. So hopefully he can just go out there. He'll just be calm and just throw the ball, and again, we'll just take it home.
Well, we know Lucas had a couple snaps earlier in the season when the games got out of hand in the Bengals' favor, and he seemed to be calm, cool, and collected. The biggest thing for a new quarterback, especially a freshman coming up on the varsity level, Aiden, is the speed of the game. How quickly will he adapt to the speed of the game, and if the experience that he had earlier in the season is going to really help him tonight?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it may be a little tough to start. Honestly, it's not going to be the easiest for him, as we've seen a little bit earlier in the season. He's gotten into some games, but he hasn't passed it that much. So this will really be a big test for him. And this is the Bengals' future, is in Lucas Kaltenbach.
Well, the Bengals have won the toss that was earlier, and they elected to defend. So they'll hand the ball off to Akron Firestone, and they'll start off with a possession with the initial drive in this game. The Bengals want the defense to get on the field first, send a message to this Firestone team, and there's the kick, and it's a sidewinder, and it's loose, and it squirts out. Picked up by a Bengal. Fell on the 42-yard line, so.
Looks like 28 Luke Reed there.
Excuse me, we decided to take the ball. We'll be on offense. Well, Luke is going to start off the ball game. The coach want to see him right off the bat, huh?
Yeah, it looked a little.
I read that all wrong.
Yeah, a little onside kick there. They may have watched the Nordonia game, because Nordonia got an onside kick on us, and we were not ready for it, but we were ready there. It was a little,
a little scary there,
a little scary there, but we did get it.
So Lucas Kaltenbach will start off as the quarterback, and the running back looks like it's Jackson. Nope, it's going to be
Baker.
Right to, good job, good toss. And he gets it out to the big tight end, Jennings, as he rumbles down into Firestone territory. He's taken out of bounds right there at the 34-yard line of the Firestone.
Huge relief to get that first pass off your chest. It's completed to a great sophomore in Jennings. And, he had a couple drops last week, but he's bouncing back here. He's a great player on defense. The Bengals love to see this young talent showing tonight.
You see Baker's in there for Jackson on that initial play from scrimmage, but I like the play call.
Yeah, I believe that Jackson is suspended also for the first half of this game. So hopefully we'll see him next half. But I believe in Baker. He's a very good running back, also a junior. He's got major speed, and I mean, we really have depth at the running back position.
Well, folks, you've seen him, Baker. I mean, earlier in the season, you've seen him before. You know he's very gifted, and he's up to the task in this first half to help lead the Bengals in the backfield. So first time out of the ball game, Bengals will start 1st and 10.
It's like an
As
injury.
they tend for a player on the field. He's going to make it. I saw him getting up slow. Looks like he's got a real bad leg injury. Can't hardly put any weight on that thing. And he took a couple steps. He looks okay, but slowly getting up, and we certainly hope the young man is all right.
Looks like the safety, Martell Wilson, for Firestone there. He was the injured man on the field.
Well, Martell, we hope you feel better. You don't want to cause any severe injuries or have anything bad happen to anybody on either team tonight.
Definitely.
So Lucas Kaltenbach, again, the starting quarterback, freshman. That makes him a 2025 graduate.
Yep, 2025.
It's already, folks, it's coming up on us. Yeah, 2025, I said that. I did say that. So the Bengals 1st and 10. Kaltenbach will be under center. Baker in the backfield. Jennings in motion. They go to the left. Same side. He's been mauled right off the bat. Knifing in there real fast was number 17 for Akron Firestone. Made an outstanding play, able to knock the ball loose from Kaltenbach, where one of the Firestone players jumped on the football.
Yeah, he just found an open hole in our offensive line, to be quite honest. Xavier Lee there for Akron Firestone. And looks like the Bengals did recover. Or did they? No, they did not recover.
So Firestone will take over. Right there, the Bengals start off with a bang with a big play by Jennings. Kaltenbach to Jennings. And on the second play, offensive line just didn't get it done that time as the defender was able to knife in to knock the ball loose from Kaltenbach. 1st and 10. Quarterback will be in the shotgun for Firestone. He gets the snap, gives it to his man. They're going to be fancy on the first play. It looks like he tried to settle for a pass, but they pulled the ball down as Jennings was initially on the chase and was able to squirt out, and he's able to get the first down to about the 41-yard line. So looked like he was going to try to settle the throw, folks, but he saw Jennings barreling down on him and took it on around the end. He showed good speed on that play, too.
Yeah, he did. Bengals almost had him there, and he hands it off to one of the receivers there, and he just runs on the other side, and Bengals got faked out there.
We'll get you caught up on some names and numbers as soon as we can make them out. We don't have a spotter this evening. Maybe we can get somebody to volunteer. It's a quick pass out to the left, caught there by number 6 in the backfield, but brought up, coming up real fast on that defense was Greer. Did an excellent job of turning the receiver back inside for a minimal gain, and it looks like a flag on the play.
Looked like the linebacker there, number 24, Gabe Altowski, came in to finish it off there, that tackle. Great to see, everyone just combining on a tackle there to get the man down.
So as you see, it's going to be on Firestone, holding. But a good timing on that play by Firestone as they was able to pick up a few yards, but a better job by the Bengals defense to get him down on the ground before he got a significant gain. So it'll be first down again. This time will be about 19 yards. Quarterback, Firestone in the shotgun. He gets the ball, he hands it off to his running back, goes right up the middle trying to interior that defensive line of Bengals, and it's a whole host of Bengals there on the tackle. Good job by the defense Get him a chance on a minimal gain right there. I see Eliano getting up off the pile along with Dolan.
Looks like
number
James
51.
Phillips there, and
Yeah.
Gabe Beltowski first
Yeah,
contact on him.
Joe
slowed him down.
McDonald was on in on that tackle as well. So the defense being stout up front right off the bat, and we love to see that.
Oh, yeah.
Prince Winchester, quarterback for Firestone. He gives it to the running back, but pulls it out. And he tries that left side of the defense, but he gets nothing. Third down.
They're down long here. Bengals just have to do anything but allow a long play down the field.
The Bengals are predicted to go deep into the playoffs this year, especially in their division. Of course, the team that we have to get around is Akron hoping, but let's take care of business. Let's take care of business for this Akron team right here and putting Firestone on the snide. Winchester drops, throws a screen, a screen. Looks like a significant gain, but not enough for the first down. Looks like there's number 43 right there on the catch. Carlo Johnson, senior, 6'1", 180. A good play call right there, trying to take advantage of the Bengals' aggressive pursuit.
Almost got it down there, and now they're
going to go for it on fourth down.
Yeah.
Winchester's out on the field. I wouldn't doubt if he's a kicker, too. I think he was the one who kicked off the game as well. But it'll be fourth down and a long 2 yards. Winchester in the backfield by himself. 4 receivers out, 3 on the right, 1 on the left. They go toward the east side, and there's a timeout on the field. Got to take a look and see who called timeout. I think it probably would be Firestone. And it's Firestone. We got a little bit of indication from one of them, and there's the big one right there, the white hat. Give us the indication that the timeout is spent by Firestone.
all right. 4th and 3 here. Big play for Firestone, especially as a 16 team. Why not go for it against the number 1 ranked Bengals? And hopefully Bengals stand tall on defense and stop this.
So for those of you who are joining us late, the Bengals had the ball, but our starter, freshman Lucas Kaltenbach, taking the Bengals into Firestone territory, but a great defensive play by their defensive lineman, knifing in and getting the ball loose from Kaltenbach, and Firestone recovered it. Bengals had them pinned back. They struggled back to from a long 1st and 19, and now we're looking at a 4th down and 2. As on that last play, Carlo Johnson took a pass from Winchester and gained about 17 yards to get to where we are right now on 3rd down. And now the Firestone will try to convert on this 4th down in their initial possession of the ball game. So Winchester on the field, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Single back in the backfield with him. Winchester doesn't see anything. He runs, and he's going to get the first down. Wow. He surveyed the field, and it didn't take him long, Aiden, to make a decision to pull it down and run.
Yeah, and we know that Darrell Benningfield is not in the game right now, and you can feel his presence when he's out there. He's maybe arguably the best linebacker in the state of Ohio, and he had an injury, didn't play last week because of a turf toe, and he hasn't seen the field yet today. And because he makes plays on those kind of 4th and 3s, those short yardage plays, he'll get back there and get that quarterback.
So first set of downs, Winchester leading Firestone into Bengal territory. 1st and 10. 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. He throws to the multi-receiver side. He drops the ball, and it is a forward pass, so it's incomplete, as number 6 was the intended receiver, Jotai Stevens. Jotai Stevens, looks like Stevens is a senior as well, 5'8", 160. Looked like he might have had his eyes upfield before he secured the football.
Yeah, you know, some players are already thinking about running with it before they catch it.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Winchester's got some confusion. I don't know if they're going to be able to get this play off or what it's going to look like, but it didn't start off good, but we'll see. And he's going to keep the football, and he squirts out, and it looks like the Bengals might have it. That ball is hot. It's jumping around. I don't see the Bengals. Yeah, the Bengals got the ball. We needed that, Aiden.
Oh, yeah. Big play there. I mean, the ball just popped out. Somebody must have punched it out in that whole pile there, and Bengals recover.
So Winchester, that play didn't start off looking too well in the pre-snap, but Winchester just decides to keep it and try the middle of the field where the ball was punched out, and the Bengals were able to come up with it. So both teams on their initial drives fumbled the football, and the Bengals have it back for their second try at it, led by freshman Lucas Kaltenbach. One good thing about Kaltenbach, he is surrounded by a lot of veteran players, so I'm pretty sure he's got some type of ease and confidence just knowing he's got some guys out there that are seasoned veterans. Kaltenbach with his second throw of the game, and a good throw right out to Marvin Conkle, the senior, who wants to go deep into this playoff run. His last year in a Bengal uniform, he wants to make his best showing, I'm sure.
Yeah, and we also feel the absence of Brandon Boyd Jr. He was also, I believe, suspended for the first half of this game.
So Kaltenbach gives off to Baker. First run looked like a face mask, and the referee has got it as Carlo Johnson right there got his hand caught in the cookie jar, in this case the face mask, and I believe it's going to be just a 5-yard penalty type, Aiden.
Yeah, I believe that's just what's going to be. It's going to be a first down for the Bengals, it looks like.
Every face mask is not 15 yards. If it's unintentional, it's a 5-yard penalty, but if it's intentional, folks, that's when you get the big one, and it's a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, rules are different in high school than in college or the NFL, so in the NFL or college, it's just 15 yards no matter what, but in here it's 5 or 15.
So Kaltenbach will take his stance in a pistol position, not quite the shotgun, a little closer, shifts Baker to the left, and the players on the field are calling the penalties.
False start.
And it looks like it's going to be against the Bengals as one of the offensive linemen flinched, which is usually the case when you get a new leader back there, getting used to his pitch, his cadence, rhythm. These things can happen.
Yeah, there's just going to be a couple of little things that are going to happen, a couple of little issues for this Bengal offense right now. But they're just going to have to work through it for this first half and just get to the second half, hopefully.
Well, it looks like Coach Prevesk is doing a good job of playing the Kaltenbach strengths, throwing passes to the outside on the run, and he's pretty accurate at that as he throws another one a little high, but Marvin Conkle doing an excellent job of going up and getting it. Number one on number one. As that was Lamari and Carmichael on the defense. If he wouldn't have been able to secure that tackle, Conkle would be in the end zone right now.
Yeah. Luke looks really calm and collected right now. He is just throwing that ball, yeah.
I like it. It bodes well for our future. Kaltenbach shifts Baker to the right. Jennings crossed the face, trap play, able to get positive yards and pick up a Bengal first down. So the Bengals on the move, very methodically, safely, mixing in the pass and the run, keeping Firestone on their heels.
Looked like the offensive line almost collapsed in on Baker, but he found a little hole, and that's what he's best at, find those tiny holes and bursting through them for more yardage.
So the Bengals with a fresh set of downs, first down, ball on the 29-yard line. Turn gives to Baker. Baker bounces outside, shows some speed, slips a little bit down on the 24-yard line.
You can just see how slippery Baker is. He's a smaller guy, but he is quick and speedy. He can break break through your tackles. Maybe not as well as Dwayne Jackson, but he can definitely, if he finds open space, he can turn on the Jets.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that he can get loose tonight so he can take some pressure off this young freshman. Kaltenbach again in the pistol. Baker to the right, turns, gives to him, and he immediately bounces outside as the big defensive tackle, 78, showed up, ready to gobble him up. But he was able to squirt it outside and pick up positive yards for another first down, Aiden.
Yeah, Baker's playing very smart here. There's obviously, the line isn't really doing that well to give him any gaps, so he's just bouncing out to the right, trying to get past some cornerbacks and defensive backs there.
That was Corden Williams that showed up in Baker's face right at the line of scrimmage. But Baker got out of there in a hurry and able to pick up a first down. Kaltenbach under center turns, gives to Baker again. He's going to sleep good tonight, folks. And he's going to get to the end zone for a first touchdown of the 2021 playoff season.
Great call by Coach Preves there to, again, bounce it out to the left. He obviously knows the line isn't really holding much and making a gap for him, so he just has Baker run to the left and gets past those cornerbacks and gets to the end zone for a touchdown.
So a great job by Coach Preves to call the plays that kept that defense off balance, didn't he, Aiden?
Yeah, he did.
Left side, right side, pass. It's going to reveal a lot of things for the rest of the game. The ball is fumbled by the holder, and the senior Christian Core not able to punch it through the upright. So no attempt, fumble, ball's dead, and the Bengals go up 6-0.
We know that there's a new holder for the Bengals, Emerson White, number 30, and he just dropped that one there. CJ is usually the holder, but obviously suspended for this first half, so he couldn't go out and do that. So it's going to be a little bit of struggle on that side of the ball too.
Yeah, you don't really realize, what you really have until you don't have it anymore. Is one of the sayings goes, Aiden, having that holder, that rhythm, with the snap, with the center, and the kicker, not having Yarbrough in there makes it a little bit of a challenge. But I'm sure that Emerson will get it together, and we're going to give him more chances to prove that as the Bengals takes a 6-0 lead with 5:09 left to go in the first quarter. So the Bengals got to the playoffs, as I mentioned earlier, limping into the playoffs with 2 losses at the end of the season to the last one to the Nordonia Knights. Just was flat that game, huh?
Yeah, CJ didn't have his best performance of the season. Nordonia was a very good team, but Bengals didn't have their best performance. Couple of drops, just bad passes.
But right now we're up 6-0. That game's in the past as Core keeps it deep to the 5-yard line and gobbled up right there on the 25, 26-yard line is the return man for Firestone. And good job right there by 22, 17, and 27 for the Bengals. So that would be Jordan Ivey, Ryan Konechny, and number 24, I think I mentioned, I think it's Gabriel Beltovsky.
I think Luke Reed, number 28, was also in on that tackle there for the Bengals.
Good job, Luke. So the second possession of the ball game for Akron Firestone, led by number 7, Prince Winchester. So Winchester turns and hands the ball off. Looks like a pickup of about 4 or 5 yards. Good job on that play by Firestone. The offensive line came firing off, and they dug it out for 5 yards. They bring up a manageable 2nd and 5.
Yeah, he just fought for a couple more yards there.
So the Bengals, no stranger to the playoffs. We've qualified for many, many years, starting back in the 50s. Winchester waits for the snap, lifts the leg, gets the snap. He's going to keeper to the left side, and he's not going very far at all. As that defense was well prepared for that play with a pickup of only 1.
We see Darrell Benningfield on the field now. That's a good sight to see after he did not play last game, as I said earlier.
So Benningfield looks like they're going to watch his pitch count tonight, Aiden.
Yeah.
And I don't mind that at all. This first game of the playoff season, as long as we have things in hand. But you know those starters, they can't stand on the sideline too long.
Yeah. Especially knowing Darrell Benningfield. He wants to get out there and he wants to hit some guys. Let's just say that.
Well, we got 3rd down and about 7. Looks like the Bengals are creeping up for a blitz. Nope, they don't blitz.
Ooh.
Winchester tried to get settled but couldn't. Throws the ball deep. Good job by the Bengals. There's two defensive players over there, Marvin Conkle, and I believe number 8, Mike Hatcher. So Mike Hatcher having a fine season this year as a defensive back, and Marvin Conkle with his splash plays shows a splash play right there on defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of these great two-way players we got here. We got Marvin Conkle. We have Brandon Boyd. Obviously, he's not out there today. We have Kareem Jennings. Great to see them elite on offense and defense.
So Conkle will go back for the punt, as it looks like it's number 2. Is that number 2, the punter? Number 42 is the punter. I saw the 2, folks. I didn't see the 4. So that's Tavier Alford. I'm sorry, Tavier Alford for Firestone, and we have another timeout, and it looks like it's going to be taken by Firestone. They come in here with a 4-6 record this year. Firestone, located in Akron, Ohio. It was one of the suburbs, interline suburbs of Akron, and they do a fine job of playing football down there. As we know, many college and NFL stars coming from the city of Akron, along with that pretty good basketball player, huh?
Yeah, pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty good. LBJ, who is managed by a Benedictine grad, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Rich Paul.
Yep.
And 42, the punter, able to get the ball off. Not bad. The ball will land at midfield and creep into Bengal territory, but we'll take over at the 49 and we'll say 3/4 yard line.
Yeah, so Bengals are in. They have good positioning on the field right now, and let's see maybe a little tempo with the freshman quarterback. We'll see what Coach Prevest draws up for him.
Hey, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right?
Yeah, I think he's got. I don't think he's had an incomplete pass yet, so keep slinging it.
It looks like Prevest and Kaltenbach have prepared very well for this game. Kaltenbach be playing with a lot of confidence as he takes the ball under center and he gives to Baker to the right side. And Baker squirts the lane and he's out to the outside and he'll be ridden out of bounds at the 33-yard line of Firestone.
Again, that sweep to the outside has been working for the Bengals so far. The line hasn't given them much again up the middle, but on those outside, Baker can really just run free and get that open space he needs.
So again, the offensive line doing an excellent job of mowing down a path for Baker to gain significant yards. Kaltenbach back in the pistol. Shifts Baker to the right, Jennings to the left, in motion. Letting them through, Baker with a screen, and he's got all kind of room. And he'll get his second touchdown, and he does.
Wow.
What a play.
And the line collapsed there, but Kaltenbach stayed tough He stood there, made the pass right to his running back. That is what you need to do in that situation. Just dump it off to your running back and let him play. It was a huge blitz from Firestone there, and there was at least 3 guys right in front of Luke's face, but he completes that pass and gets the touchdown.
And how about that? Luke Kaltenbach for his first touchdown pass in Bengal history on a screen play to Baker, takes it all the way to the house for a Bengal touchdown.
Yeah, great to see. Great to see the young man getting his first touchdown.
And another great call by Coach Prevesk. You know, Kaltenbach showed great patience on this play and was able to deliver a strike to Baker so he could get in the end zone. Jennings in motion to the left, Kaltenbach on the center, turns, throws, a little high as he was trying to get it to number 24, it looks like. And number 24 for the Bengals
Gabe Altowski.
Yep, trying to get it to Gabe, who has he's got a couple touchdowns this year, doesn't he?
Yeah. They, I believe he had at the fullback position, he had a touchdown.
Yeah,
And,
so he's no stranger to the end zone, but too high for him on that play as Kaltenbach overshot his man. But he did an excellent job on that drive, taking the Bengals 50 and a quarter yards to pay dirt.
And again, he dealt with a lot of pressure there. The line hasn't really helped him much. He had 3 guys right in front of his face, and he just drops it off right to your running back. That's what you need to do in that.
And that was
that
perfect timing. You know, he let the defense in the line, backpedaling from the pursuit. The offensive line, great timing, getting out there for blocks for Baker, and Baker able to take it to the end zone. So Baker filling in admirably for Jackson. Comes away with the first 2 scores of the ball game for the Bengals. 2:59 left to go in the first quarter as Christian Cora will make an attempt to kick off. And drives the opponent deep. Picks up the ball at the 4-yard line, and he's found an opening. And while I almost thought he was going to run to more daylight, as that's number 2, Travell McFadden, a senior, 5'10", 160 pounds, able to get out to their own 24-yard line.
Baker is all over the field today. He just made that tackle on the kickoff. 2 touchdowns and
a tackle, huh?
yeah, nice special teams play there.
That's going to be an interesting stat sheet.
Yeah. See how Firestone responds here. They really need something to get going for them. Their quarterback, Prince, needs to start, looking downfield. I think that's their best option right now.
So Firestone will take over, like I said, the 24-yard line. And it looks like Winchester is still in there at quarterback. And he'll take the first snap in this series, turns, throws to the right, throws it out to the wide receiver as he was able to take it up about 3 yards. And that is Lamarion Carmichael on the receiving end of that pitch from Winchester. And it'll be second down and we'll pick up a bit more than I thought. Let's say 2nd and 5. So the quick plays, the quick strikes by both these passing teams seems to be the recipe they're going to go with tonight. Keeper by Winchester as he pushes forward to close to the first down. I think he's going to be about a yard short, Aiden, but effective play to get within a manageable 3rd down.
Yeah, let's see what the Bengals could do here. Are they going to send out a blitz? I doubt it, but we'll see what they're writing up here to get that quarterback Winchester on the ground and force a 4th down.
Firestone breaks the huddle, led by Prince Winchester. Falcons again 4-6 on the season. Winchester gives out some instructions, gets the football, turns, throws a quick pass, trying to get the first down, but not be able to reach it as Carmichael was pushed out of bounds by the left side of that defense of the Bengals.
Looked like Quincy Johnson there on the play.
Okay. Quincy Jones, was that the
Johnson.
Quincy Johnson? So 4th down, and they're going to go for it in their own territory as he's got a lot of confidence, and Winchester and the crew turns and gives it off, and he gives it to the big guy. We were wondering what he was doing, but he knew what he was doing, that coach over there, as number 8, Xander Obeng, able to bang it out for a first down. And they need to give him the ball more often. They may be trying to preserve him for this whole game.
Yeah, I don't know if the Bengals were expecting a run on that play. They may have just been completely thinking it was going to be a pass, and he just ran right up the gut and got a good chunk of yards there and got the first down.
So the Falcons with a fresh set of downs, led by their quarterback, junior, Prince Winchester. He's got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 1 man in the backfield. He looks, turns, throws it. Read perfectly by number 7. And there's that man again. He's starting off playing with a good game, and that's Terrell Greer.
Yeah, what a great quarterback. He's having a great season, and 6 foot, 170 pounds. He's what you want a quarterback to be. And that's the end of the first quarter.
So the Bengals come out, take a 12-0 lead on the Falcons in this initial playoff game during the 2021 season. The Falcons, like I mentioned, 4 and 6 for the season, and they come into this ball game with a win on the winning streak with beating Kenmore Garfield 14-12. Let's check in with Big O for the first quarter stats. Oh?
First quarter stats. Rushing for the Benedictine Bengals, number 10, Javion Baker has 6 rushes for 50 yards and 1 touchdown. Passing, our freshman Lucas Colbach has 5 completions, 5 receptions for 66 yards, 1 touchdown. Receiving, Kareem James, 2 receptions, 34 yards. On defense, number 22, AJ Slims in the lead, 3 tackles. Firestone, number 1, on defense, number 2 in the lead with 2 tackles. Receiving, number 43, 1 reception for 11 yards. Passing, number 7 is 4 for 6, 12 yards, no touchdowns. Rushing, number 8, Xavier, 2 rushes, 15 yards. That's it for the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Back to you, John and Kenny.
So see on the first carry, the first play in that series, number 8 on the carry, Xander Obeng. He banged it out for maybe an inch. So good job by the Bengals right there, stopping them from getting some momentum and chugging downfield. 3rd down and 10. Winchester breaks the huddle. Falcons line up. Obeng lines up on the left side of Winchester. Winchester gives the signal. Looks like Bengals gonna blitz. They don't. But able to get in there was Konechny, and the Bengals were able to corral him and get him down. That was initially.
Looks like Iliano back there.
Yeah, it looked like Iliano. 17, Ryan Konechny.
And number 5, James Phillips, too, on the play there.
Put the pressure on Winchester, and it'll be 4th down as he took a loss of about 4 yards, and they will punt this time as number 42 takes his position back there in the punter spot.
We have a nice little student section going on today. It's a jersey. Wearing jerseys for the student section there.
Alford, the punter, as the Falcons run out another player on the field. That'll be number 6, Jotai Stevens. Alford with the punt. He was able to get it away. Caught on the run is Conkle. That's perfect. He's just 1 man to beat. And number 2 on the tackle is Marvin Conkle doing the right thing with his big play ability. Howard Anderson able to bring him down before he's able to get in the pay dirt. He only had him and the punter to beat. And he brings it into Falcon territory where they'll start off on the 29 of the Falcons.
Not a great punt there by the Falcons, but Marvin Conkle took advantage of it. Got a running start up to the ball. He caught it and gets down to about the 35 or 34 there.
So good job right there by Conkle, playing in his first playoff game of his senior year. Marvin looking forward to a career on the next level of football, which would be in college. As you see, quarterback, freshman, Kaltenbach. Lucas with the throw. Let's go toss. And Conkle was not intending for the cornerback to make up that ground. That's one that Kaltenbach's got to let it go a little bit earlier.
Yeah, a little bit. He didn't lead him very well, but he still put it in a place where Conkle should have caught it there. Just slipped a little bit. He had it for 6 there, but Kaltenbach couldn't really lead him. But still, you gotta look at it as a freshman quarterback, so he's not gonna have the best accuracy to start, but still doing very well.
Yeah, Kaltenbach, I'm sure he wish he had that one back. But we move on. And looked like the left guard was moving on that play. Looked like nobody caught it. So it'll be 3rd down and 10. So first play we missed on Conkle. Second play, minimal gain right there by Baker. And now it'll be 3rd down, and it'd be good to convert right here.
Yeah, you just saw the Falcons' defensive line explode through the Bengals' offensive line. Huge holes for the Bengals right now on the O-line.
Quarterback turns, throws, on target.
Oh, he dropped
brought
it.
down immediately.
Oh, he caught it. Sorry, excuse me.
So good job by Patterson corralling that one in, and this is 4-down territory. And this is Lucas's first 4th down play of his varsity career. So a lot of firsts for Kaltenbach today. Kaltenbach under center, looks like it's going to be a run, but I hope Prevesk has enough confidence in this freshman to deliver a strike for a 1st down. Second look at it, might want to make timeout, and that's what they do. They take a timeout. Young guy, quarterback, that's the right call, right, Aiden?
Yeah, maybe a little trouble getting the play. I'm not sure. Maybe they wanted to do that. But it's got a good 4th and 7 here, so not very easy to complete. But I think you just let him sling it, let him try to find a guy. I mean, he almost had Conkle there. It was just a little bit of a short pass. And, yeah, I hope I know the line hasn't really done too much, so hopefully they don't try to run up the middle.
Well, good job. Good job by the coaching staff for recognizing Kaltenbach wasn't comfortable with the play. Young guy like that, you just want to take the time out, talk about it, and see if you can come up with something that'll work.
Yeah, and you see a couple of other younger guys or players that maybe don't get as much playing time. You see Kareem Jennings. He's a sophomore still. He had a little bit of trouble with the motion earlier this drive. But you just get those little kinks figured out, and you got it.
So after talking it over with the coaching staff, Kaltenbach leads the Bengals offense back on the field, and it looks like the Bengals are looking at a 4th and 7. Kaltenbach gets the ball. They lose one rusher, gets clobbered from behind by number 43 and number 17 on that play. Called his name a few times tonight. 43, Carlo Johnson, and 17, Xavier Lee, arrived at Kaltenbach in a nasty mood.
Yeah, this offensive line is not giving Luke a nice welcome to varsity football here. They are not holding these defensive linemen. They're letting them right through.
So the Falcons defense raise up to the occasion, shut down the Bengals offense on 4th down, and they'll take over the football right there at their own 31-yard line. 1st and 10, Winchester back out there with his man in the backfield, Obang. Both lines get set. Winchester gets the snap, throws it out to the left, dropped by number 43, Carlo Johnson.
Again, another where you just got to look it into your hands and then tuck it, and then you got to run. He was thinking about catching the ball and running a little, or running rather, than catching the ball.
A little low into the outside. Terrell Greer on the defensive end over there to disrupt his concentration. So been calling Johnson's name a lot for the Falcons on both sides of the ball. Winchester in the shotgun this time, a little further back. Obang to the right. He gets the snap, gives it to Obang. Obang's got an opener. He trips over, looks like on his man's feet, and fell for about 3 yards, and it'll be 3rd down and 7.
So Gabe Altofsky, number 24 there, the linebacker, finishing him off on that little trip. And again, we don't see Durrell on the field right now. He is on the sideline. See what the Bengals can do on a 3rd and long.
So the Falcons, Beltovsky hustles off the field. The Falcons, it's 3rd down. Not able to get a rhythm going on offense. So far, Winchester drops back in the blitz on the play, and good job by Kareem Jennings, who he smelled past the whole way, didn't he?
Yeah, those defensive ends just
wow.
bull rushed.
He shot in there like a cannon, folks.
Yeah, him and Jacob Dolan forced a lot of pressure, as you can see our student section there.
Kareem Jennings, a special player here. Tight end, a sophomore, 6'4", 230 pounds. One of the best defensive ends in the state of Ohio. And just been a real treat to watch all season, Aiden.
Oh, yeah, I wish I had that height. But, yeah, he is really a great young player. He's going to be really good for the Bengals this year and these next 2 years.
And a wonderful teammate and just a gentle young man, except between the white lines. So 4th down, Falcons are going to punt. They don't know if they need personnel or they don't need personnel. And it looks like it's going to be another timeout. If it's the Falcons, that would be their 3rd and final time of the half. We have 7:23 left to go in this half.
Yeah.
And I didn't see an official indication of who called timeout.
Yeah, and if that was the Falcons, they just, again, they used their last timeout, and on a punt, you're going to punt it anyways. You might as well just take the 5-yard penalty. I don't know, maybe they'll go for it here then.
I hope not.
I think the Bengals
just for their sake. I mean, I guess I hope they do. But
yeah,
it wouldn't be a smart business decision right now.
No, I don't believe so.
So take a look at the Falcons' schedule this past year. They beat Cleveland John Marshall. They beat Akron North, Akron Ellet. And like I mentioned before, they come into this game with a win streak of beating Kenmore Garfield. So there's the punt. So he's able to get it off, a high one, a little bit of distance as the ball bounces out at about the 34-yard line.
Nearly blocked there by number 5, James Phillips. He almost got that ball.
James Phillips, fine young man. Good ball player, has been contributing all season long to the success of the Bengals defense.
Yes, definitely. You'll hear his name a lot. He's a great player. He gets around the field. He'll make his tackles. Great veteran player.
He, too, is also in his senior season for the Bengals. And I know that he, along with the other seniors in this class, want to make a long and successful state championship run to the state championship game. But you got to win game number 1 first. And so far, the Bengals are doing a good job of that, led by freshman Lucas Kaltenbach, as he throws it out here to Marvin Conko, and he's gone. He might be gone, folks. The defense was able to catch up. But a good job and good hustle there by number 6 for the Falcons, Jotai Stevens, as he's able to bring down Conko on the Falcons' 34-yard line. So we go from 134 to the other 34 as the Bengals are on the march.
And you got to give props there to number 7, Terrell Greer, who got had a great block on his player, the cornerback there, and gave open room to Marvin Conkle to get that run off.
There's a run to the right side of the offense of the Bengals, left side for the Falcons. Pickup of about 2. Baker again on that carry, and he's been pretty active here in the first half.
Yeah, definitely. His backup is Luke Reed, and of course, the man who starts in front of him is suspended for the first half, Dwayne Jackson. But we'll see him in the second half, definitely, hopefully.
Second down and 8. Kaltenbach gets the snap, little pressure, man wide open. That's Conkle again. Conkle is out to about the 25-yard line, and we'll be about a yard short, maybe a little shorter than a yard.
And one of the things against Lucas was maybe under pressure he doesn't do as well, but that has not been the topic tonight. He has handled the pressure right now, and he's completing passes at a very high percentage, especially in his first varsity start.
And again, I love the plays that Coach Prevesk is calling to give him the highest percent, the highest chance to make a completion. 3rd and 1, Baker skips to the left and able to find a crease and pick up the first down.
Baker gets wrapped up there, but keeps pushing for that first down and a couple more yards there, inside the 25.
So good job by the Bengals offense to pick up the first down as they knocking on the door of the red zone of the Falcons.
See if they'll pass it here or just run it and try to just power it into the end zone again. They got the fullback, number 24, Gabe Beltowski, in the backfield too.
So Big Gabe is in the backfield for blocking purposes, I'm sure. All Baker has to do is follow him, and he does. And there's a burst of speed right there by Baker that he's known for as he takes the ball down to about the 7 or 8 yard line of the Falcons. Great job there by the offensive line, Aiden.
Oh, definitely, yeah. And I've had the pleasure of trying to tackle Javion Baker in a Oklahoma drill 2 years ago, and it did not go well for me. So let's say he's definitely a really good running back.
That's why you're up here with me, right?
Definitely, yes.
So good job right there by Beltowski leading the way for his running back Baker, and he does the same thing right here as Beltowski gets a good block, able to fall forward, and that's what you want to do on the drive on this down this close to the end zone. You want to move forward.
Mm-hmm. And Baker may have had a little bit better of a chance of getting to the end zone if he bounced it to the right of Gabe Beltowski. Instead, he went to the left, and the defender shed Beltowski's block and got the tackle.
Yeah, that was Travell McFadden who did an excellent job of shedding Beltowski and getting to Baker. Baker gets it again, and he's in the end zone for a Bengal touchdown.
Wow, talk about a half for this guy, Javion Baker. That's his 3rd touchdown. 2 rushing and 1 receiving. Great night for him already.
And we still got another half of football to go, along with 3 minutes and 31 seconds. Great job right there by Joe McDonald, Devontae James, Eddie Dunwitty, Patrick Moore, and Anthony Iliano as that offensive line mowed down the Falcons' defense to get the Bengals in the end zone with 3:31 left to go in this first half.
Offensive line is putting it together now.
Christian Cora with the kick, and it is good.
Now it's 19-0 Bengals.
So the Bengals are up 3 touchdowns and 1 extra point, as the first one was fumbled by the holder, as we have a new combination there. And the second one, we went for 2 and we didn't get it. Third one, we went the conventional way. Christian Core was waiting and was able to get it up through the uprights for the score. So the Bengals with a 19-0 lead in this first game of the playoffs in the 2021 season versus Akron Firestone Falcons. And the Falcons offense just can't seem to find a rhythm.
Yeah, no, it looks like this Bengal defense is just holding them, and they really just can't do anything. They'll get a couple of yards here on a couple of plays, but then the Bengals just surrender, or they surrender the Bengals as they just stop them.
Christian Cora with that kick. Folks are also a very talented soccer player, one of the best in the state and in our division. We're going to have some stats on Christian in his soccer career, at least for this season, so we can talk about his many talents, as a lot of these Bengals are multi-sport stars and athletes.
Indeed.
Another good kick, same spot. He's consistent. The Bengals are on the hunt. His number 2 tries to bring it out. Howard Anderson. Howard Anderson only able to get out to the 14-yard line. Good job by the Bengals kickoff team covering that kick and getting him down before he could get any real momentum.
Looks like Luke Reed and Jordan Ivey combined on that tackle.
So Winchester and the offense of the Falcons will take the field. 1st and 10, 3:26 to go in the first half. Winchester, a junior, again 5'10", 175 pounds, but the big fella is number 8, Xander Obang, a senior, 6'1", 215. He's got the body of a college player. I'm pretty sure he has aspiration to play on the next level. And good job right there by the defensive line. Wow. As it looked like it was number 51, that would be McDonald on the tackle. And did he show quickness on that play or what?
Oh, yeah, he did. I think we even saw number 12, Kamari Hayes, the linebacker, in the backfield there, and maybe even number 25, Jacob Dolan, too, the defensive end.
Jacob Dolan, another fine player with a bright future in a Bengal uniform. 2nd down and 12. Winchester turns and throws a quick pass out to, and he's plastered there by Hatcher. And as Hatcher helps him up, not tonight, number 1.
Yeah, great sportsmanship there by Hatcher, though. Lays him out, but he picks him up.
So a familiar connection tonight, Winchester to Carmichael, but Hatcher played the hatchet man and put that to an end right away.
Yes, he did. He pancaked him, as they say.
So good job by the Bengals defense with another fine effort. That brings up a 3rd down and about 5. Winchester in the backfield. Takes the snap, turns and keeps it, and he's going to the left side, and he's going to get the 1st down and a little bit more, a lot more. And the ball comes out again. That wasn't a flag, folks. That was a ball marker, and the Bengals got the football. As number 4 comes up with it, Antonio Patterson.
Again, that ball just popped out right into the air, and it fell right into the hands of Antonio Patterson, and it's a 1st down for the Bengals. After what looked like a great play for the Falcons, turns into a disaster.
Yeah, Winchester took the ball, and excellent job by the offensive line of the Falcons on that left side, giving him a crease so he's able to pick up the 1st down and significant yards, Aiden, before someone was able to hit him. Looked like he was hit from behind because the ball squirted straight up, and able to pick that ball up is senior Antonio Patterson. And he's made some big plays this season as well. He's no stranger to that role.
Yeah, definitely. Great wide receiver. on the offensive side and a great defensive back on the defensive side. He can do all.
So another drive by the Falcons stopped by a turnover. I believe that is their second of the ball game. As Kaltenbach under center turns and throws, and he's got a man, he's got Conco, and he's got the ball, and he's got a touchdown. So one play, one pass, touchdown as the freshman throws his second touchdown in a varsity game in a Bengals uniform, and this career is starting off pretty doggone good.
Yeah, I think all the jokes about him not being able to deal with the pressure, you know, it's too hard for him. He's not going to be able to deal with it. He'll throw interceptions. It's all wrong. I mean, he's got a cannon of an arm, and he's shown that he is the next quarterback for the Benedictine Bengals. What a throw.
So Lucas Kaltenbach showing from the quarterback position that the Bengals have a very, very bright future as Christian Cora kicks the ball up through the uprights and is good with his second extra point attempt of the night. Good. And the Bengals, with 1:38 left to go in the first half, are up 26-0. Fine drive by the Bengals and excellent play calling by Coach Preves. One play, one drive.
Oh, yeah.
Just like you drew it up, right?
Yeah, I mean, again, Lucas Kaltenbach, he's our future here. He just puts that one right on the money, right into Marvin Conkel's hands, and right when Marvin got it, you knew that was going to be a touchdown right there. And it's great to know that we can get a 26-0 lead with 1:38 left in the second quarter with a backup quarterback and some players out.
And as my partner mentioned, good student turnout here tonight with being Jersey night. A few of the freshman football players are on the sideline, and they get to compliment their classmate Lucas and tell him what a fine job he's doing so far tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I know we said it 100 times, but he is a freshman. It's just amazing to see. It really is. A freshman starting in varsity is doing this well.
Kaltenbach out of the Kinston area, went to Kinston Public Schools, I believe, didn't he, Aiden?
Yes, he did.
Up until the 8th grade, and he became a Bengal. So we love to see that. And a good kick again by Cora as he puts the ball in the same spot in the numbers, in between the numbers and the sideline. And a good job right there by number 28, Luke Reed, who we mentioned his name already tonight on these special teams, comes up with another good tackle where the Falcons will take over right there at their own 7-yard line.
Yeah, the number 28 there, Luke Reed, the sophomore, he moved from quarterback to running back this year, and he'll probably get his time more senior year, as we do have a couple of guys ahead of him that are juniors right now, but he'll find his time definitely senior year, and he's really progressed here this season, especially on special teams.
It's good to see players like that develop at Benedictine, and as they get coached up. As they get coached up to pull in prime performances like that on the field. So here we go again for Mr. Winchester and crew as the Falcons line up and try to get something going here today. So 36 is the ball carrier. And that would be Davion McDaniel.
Looks like 58, Devontae James in the backfield to get that tackle there.
So good job, James, of getting the tackle. Davion, I believe, Aiden, that's his first carry of the ball game. So far, we've only seen Obang.
Yeah, looks like they're trying to change it up a little bit, or maybe he's just tired.
So the Bengals take a timeout. They give their guys a blow. Coach Good and head coach and Coach Good, the defensive coordinator, looks like they want to lead these starters in for as long as they can, but I do see that there might be a substitution or two, as I see number 99 on the field for the Bengals. And unfortunately, I don't have a number.
Darius Siggers there, the senior.
Okay, Mr. Stiggers has changed his number, folks. He used to be 53. So now tonight he's 99. And we will see how that 99 will help him in his efforts tonight. Very good ball player. Excellent feet, explosiveness, good hands. Like his power at the point of attack. Obey bangs up and picks up about 5. It'll be second down for the Falcons.
Kareem Jennings and Devontae James there on the tackle. The young players for the Bengals there, making their presence known. And this is exactly what Coach Good wanted here. A nice solid lead, 26, clock running at 54 seconds. And we'll just try to take it to halftime here and then take it from there, hopefully.
Well, you know the Falcons can't wait to get in the end zone and talk about what they've seen so far so they can make the proper adjustments. And the Bengals will be doing the same thing to make sure they keep this momentum going the same way. As Obang gets the football again, and he bangs up front for a pickup of 6 yards and another first down. So that will stop the clock as they get the chain set. As we see on the chain game once again is Mr. St. John.
Falcons not very aggressive here. They don't really, I don't believe they really think they're going to score here as it's 20 seconds and running. They're just waiting for the half.
As Mr. St. John is a staple on the sidelines for the Bengals for many years. I believe he was on the sidelines when I was playing.
Wow.
Folks, I came out in 80. So that's 40 plus years. But a fine gentleman, fine family. I went to school with his sons, and that's going to take us down to all zeros on the clock here at Euclid High School Football Stadium, folks, as the Benedictine Bengals have done little wrong, led by freshman Lucas Kaltenbach and running back Baker, Javante Baker, as we come out to a 26-0 lead. So, folks, take a break, get your favorite snack, your favorite drink, come on back, and before we go, we got to close it out with the stats from the first half with Big O. O?
All right, hi, it's Dr. Tayo Lowe. Hi, it's Dr. Tayo Lowe here, with your end of the second quarter stats for Benedictine Bengals. Baker has, for the second quarter, number 10, Javion Baker has 6 rushes, 25 yards, 1 touchdown. Passing, the freshman Lucas Kaltenbach, number 15, had a great quarter. 4 completions under 6 attempts, 83 yards, and 1 passing touchdown. Receiving, Marvin Conkle having himself a great second quarter. 3 receptions, 87 receiving yards, 1 touchdown. On the defensive end, number 24, Gabriel Botaski, and number 58, each having 2 solo tackles, 1 assist. Number 74, Anthony Iliano having 1 sack, and number 4, that was in the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen, never mind. And that's the end. That's the stats for the end of the first quarter of the Bengals. And now for Firestone stats on the defensive end, number 2, Howard Anderson's having 3 solo tackles, and that's about it. Receiving wise, number 1, Lamarion Carmichael, 1 reception, 12 yards, for 12 receiving yards. Number 7, their quarterback, Prince Winchester, not having himself an all right second quarter. 1 completion under 3 attempts, 12 yards. Rushing wise, the quarterback, Prince Winchester, and number 8, the quarterback having 2 rushes, 18 yards, and number 8, Xavier, have 5 rushes and 15 yards. But number 2, the quarterback needs to learn how to hold the ball, has 1 fumble. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy your halftime.
And a good job and a fine job he does for us every time we're here telecasting Bengal Nation. So, folks, again, take a break. The Bengals got things in cruise control right now. We'll see what Coach Good comes up for a halftime speech, and hopefully they can keep this performance going. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Biagio. Well, that was nice. You got one of them Krispy Kremes. He gave us some. They had Krispy Kremes in there. So he bought a bunch of them. He gave us 4 ounces. That was a good one. If he gets in that weight room in the off season with anything, then So Benedictine's doing opposite. They put the other guys in. They're supposed to put them guys in now. They gotta play and they gotta get ready for next week. Because the last year, they get look. Everybody thought it was going to be. I got a hood sweater. I got my big coaching jacket from the U.S. My son ain't. I think what this thing's warm. They get you good stuff there. Yeah, I'm not there. Yeah, right. Exactly. Thanks for watching anything. No, I'm good, Jack. Thanks, Phil. Thank you. He's got all the info. He's got off the job. He's the info. Yeah, he's quick on that. He's like the kids are. I thought you knew. You talked to him. Well, he said, I said it when they came up here. He goes, are you Anthony? Are you Anthony's dad? We know anything about John. He says hello to Carolyn. Maybe he's part of my family. He goes, hi Carolyn, and he said hello to my, he's a Benedictine guy. Oh yeah. And I think he was like one of the ones too. Yeah, and he said his son wrote for the paper or something, and he loves sports. I thought you knew. Every play, he knows everything. Carolyn goes, you need a program. He's a Benedictine guy, that's all. Yeah. Well, he knows all them guys. He was talking to Lower. Remember who was the guy, Jack Rose, that played in, and he won a Super Bowl with Baltimore as a coach. His brother was here right there. I don't know John. I'll come up to John. Yeah, there was a lot of guys. He told me he lives in either Garfield. He's divorced too, he told me he's divorced. Oh yeah? I just asked her, how's your wife? Ask me about it. What do we know? What do we have up there? Is this my Twitter? We just hit it off. Hey, Bose, we hit it off, man. We hit it off. I talk to everybody. Why do you guys sit way over there? Oh, you sit down? It's higher over there, huh? Oh, you should see me walk. Yeah. That's why I take a pee before and I hold it. Yeah, Brandon. I just told you I talked to Mickey. Yeah. The Kenny Argy. Is it higher over there? No, it's not. No.
You went? Yeah, you went. This is what, 25 people, he said. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
You come down there. Yeah.
Who catered?
They cook it. Probably Federico and John Benham.
Yeah, I know, John.
Yeah, John does the steak.
Is it good? Yeah. So what's for the tickets? Yeah. Is that open bar? Yeah. No drinks? Who else was there from the
Yum. Yum. No, Yum.
Chilero?
Yes, Tony was there.
I was next day, you know, that day.
Kenny Argy, you know Kenny. Bonds, but then he had to leave because his nephew.
You went, G.I.?
Yeah, I was there. Well, that was, but that was a couple weeks, 3 weeks ago. Yeah. I stood home with the dog, and I felt bad, but I can't say.
It's okay.
Where?
Yeah. What'd they have?
What they have? Oh, no. Yeah, how was that one?
Yeah.
He's always been playing.
Yeah.
You think about it. Yeah. You know what? Them no guys used to say, for sure. Where's this kid going?
I don't know.
What's up, John? Everything good?
Yeah, everything's fine.
We gotta go see. He's gotta play. We're going. I told him we're
They're
going
gonna play.
opposite. Hey, we're going. Usually the second team guys play in the second half. We were going opposite. Check opposite.
They're gonna play CJ, Dwayne, and once it gets to running clock, they'll be so they might play one drive. That's my locker room. I was talking to coaches.
Yeah, but they gotta play a little bit. They're gonna be ready.
Oh yeah, I know.
I'll check that. I'll check that out.
Is that right? What's her name?
They're not out. What are they doing this Saturday? I don't know.
So he's probably
Just came out 5 minutes ago. See all the names are going for the expected brother.
That'd be awesome. They beat him in the regular season. Yeah, no, they did.
Even their quarterback's back. He went down and went the second game here. This is his first game back.
John told me about the Menor quarterback back. That's why they beat him in the first or second game of the year. Then they lost their quarterback.
He was beating them. It was like 3 or something.
Yeah. But the quarterback's back from Menor.
Yeah.
What is up? What are they doing? What are they doing in the locker room? They're winning 26-0. What are they talking about? What are they talking about, Bo? All they do is talk.
How do you know?
What do we have on? Got a little routine investigation. I'm just talking on balls.
Welcome back, Bengal Nation, to Euclid High School Football Stadium, where the Bengals are taking on the Falcons of Akron Firestone in this first playoff game of the 2021 season. My name is John Good, class of 80, and I'm here with my partner, Aiden Kinney, class of 22?
23.
23. I tried to get him out early, folks. 23. Aiden, just an excellent job by a quarterback that doesn't have much experience, but has found his way in this first playoff game of the season for the Bengals.
Yeah, great half for freshman quarterback Lucas Koltenbach. And he's just been slinging it around. He's 9 for 11. He's got 149 yards and 2 touchdowns. What a great half for him. The only thing is maybe he needs to throw the ball a little bit quicker, but the line hasn't given him too much time. And Baker also, he's been going off. He had 2 rushing touchdowns and a receiving touchdown in the first half alone.
So speaking of Baker, Baker is the leading rusher for the Bengals tonight with 75 yards over how many attempts? 12 attempts for Baker. That offensive line has been doing a very good job of blocking for him and for Koltenbach. As Aiden mentioned, 9 of 11 for Koltenbach, 149 yards and 2 touchdowns. That just does not sound like a freshman performance in his first varsity appearance, and stack it against it all, it's a playoff appearance.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you think about a freshman quarterback going there to start a varsity game and nonetheless a playoff game. So you think he's, gonna have a couple of picks, a lot of incompletions. Not the case so far here. He's almost got a 90% completion percentage. So it's been amazing first half for him and Baker and this defense that gave them a goose egg.
Speaking of defenses, been a few turnovers by the Falcons in the first half. One recovered by outstanding junior performer Gabriel Beltovsky, and also by the senior Antonio Patterson, number 4. So the defense has come ready to play. The offense has come ready to play. As we mentioned at the top of the telecast, we had 2 starters missing on that offense and 2 big contributors in C.J. Yarbrough and Mr. Jackson, the running back, who are serving suspensions during this first half of the football game. We'll see if coach's decision to play them in the second half, but it doesn't seem like they need them too much today.
Yeah, I don't know if I can see them on the sideline. I honestly do not know where they are. But, they've played well really without them. They would obviously even play better with them, but it just shows the Bengals' depth on offense and on defense.
And as you've noticed, folks, I hope you have noticed the excellent kicking tonight, especially the kickoffs of Christian Core Sr. Christian's putting the ball between the numbers and the sideline, inside the 5-yard line almost every time, and he's going for it again this time, and he does it again. It's perfect for a kicking coach. That's exactly where he wants the ball to go, as the ball is brought out to the 27-yard line of Akron Firestone, as Mr. Winchester, the starting quarterback for the Falcons, will lead his team back onto the field.
And you talk about Christian Cora. He had 38 goals this season for the Bengals soccer team, and he actually had 12 in one game, which broke an OHSAA record.
12
Really
goals?
crazy, a whole state record there. Sadly, the Bengals did lose against Orange in their second playoff game 2-0, but they beat Holy Name at home in their first playoff game 8-0. A really good season for the Bengals soccer team and Christian Cora.
So Christian, again, one of those dual athletes at Benedictine, starring in more than just one sport, showing that he can take the load of playing two sports at one time and get his homework done, huh?
Yeah, he had 137 career goals, which is 9th place in OHSAA history. So a really great year for the Bengals soccer team. They finished 8-7-3, and sadly couldn't move on past Orange. A very good team there, but this other football team, as you would say in Europe, soccer is known as football in other countries. But here, this is playing American
That's the
football.
proper term.
Yeah, and we're playing some good American football here today.
Now, Aiden, Christian is a senior. We've been blessed with some great kicking talent at Benedictine. Any ideas what's in store for the Bengals in the future after we lose Mr. Cora?
Well, yeah, you talked about our past. We have Yvonne Sharon, who is a great kicker, but I'm not really sure what the future holds for the kicking position of the Bengals.
So, soccer team, you're on notice. We'll be looking for you. It's a big hit right there, delivered on the running back. Obang, looked like number 22 was on that tackle. And that would be A.J. Slemick on the tackle. Good job. A nice strike right there in the middle to let them know that the Bengals mean business and we're not going anywhere in this second half. Looks like the starting defense is back out there.
Yeah, a couple of changes. You see, again, as you mentioned, A.J. Slumps there. At linebacker, you got Gabe Beltowski and James Phillips. Really juniors and seniors out there right now.
And the running back gets her open as Winchester turns and runs, and he's running violently, too. As he tosses the ball back on the field, he's fired up. And that's what this Akron Firestone Falcon team needs, is a run like that with a lot of energy. And that was number 34 on that carry, Jalen Hicks.
Looked like Mike Hatcher, the cornerback for the Bengals, over there on the pushing him out of bounds or getting the tackle.
Joe Iliano comes out of the game, takes a blow. Looks like he has been replaced by big number 98 for the Bengals, or 88. So 36 on the carry. For the Falcons, that would be Dustin Durden, as he picks up a minimal gain, and he might have got back to the line of scrimmage, barely.
I thought they'd honestly be passing it a little bit more. I don't know if they really trust Prince Winchester, their quarterback, to really sling it downfield. But I thought they'd just be a little bit more aggressive, as they are down 26-0 to start the second half.
Sorry, folks, that was number 58 who came in the game for Iliano, and that would be Devontae James of the Bengals. Winchester turns and hands off to the big guy in the backfield. He struggles for about 3 yards.
It's like Xander Obing again, and Gabe Beltowski, number 24, the junior, the Swiss Army knife, as you can call him. He's a long snapper, a fullback, a linebacker. He can really do it all.
As Slimp comes out, and he's replaced by Dolan. There's no drop-off in that play, folks, believe me. Winchester in the middle. He jumps a little bit, but the defense can move. It looked like Iliano jumped a little bit.
Yep. Didn't cross the threshold, though.
Nope. So Winchester will take the timeout for the Falcons, as that's one thing that players have got to get in their minds. If they see a penalty, if they see the offensive man move or the defensive man move, they can't play referee and be a player too. They just have to play the game.
Yeah, another kind of poor timing timeout there for the Falcons early in this quarter. There's still 9 minutes 12 seconds in the third quarter, and they've already used their first timeout here. Let's see what the Bengals can do here on third down and long.
Yeah, and with a 26-0 deficit as well. I believe that the Ohio State rules say that if you're up more than 4 touchdowns, there will be a running clock to preserve sportsmanship and invite foul and flagrant play in a negative manner. So the Bengals are 1 score away from that, and the Falcons are trying to get on the board so that they can make sure that they make a good showing here tonight and have some type of respect as they line up. I love the offensive line of this Akron team. You know, they're big, they're tall, they're strong. They just can't seem to put a series together tonight.
No, this offense isn't amazing. They really run the ball a lot here.
So Winchester taking advantage of some of that offensive line talent, puts his head down, barrels to the right side of the field, and he will be about a yard, maybe a half a yard short. And would it be a 4th down? I'm pretty sure at this distance, the Falcons will go for it as they've gone for it a few times tonight with a bigger mountain to climb than this 1 yard.
Yeah, why not?
So look, they got the quarterback far from the line of scrimmage. I think they're going to give to Obang. Nope, he's going to be the lead blocker, and he has stood up. He barely got a great job by the defensive front for the Bengals, but he was able to just get enough for a Falcon first down.
Like the push there by James Phillips and some other linebackers, but couldn't hold him. He got that yard, but still, they stopped him right in his tracks after he got that yard.
Yeah, he didn't get much more than that yard, and that was it. Aiden, and so the first set of downs for the Falcons, 1st and 10 as they're in Bengal territory.
Not with a lot of urgency, though, for the Falcons here.
Yeah, you would think hurry-up offense would be in the repertoire, but a little pass right in the seam and a good hit right there by Greer as he closed in on him fast, and the receiver just couldn't hold on to football as it looked like it was to Stevens on the receiving end of that as he attempted to hold the ball, but an excellent job by Greer of jarring it loose. So Greer, we've called his name a few times on defense, playing a heck of a game, contributing to the goose egg for the Falcons so far in this contest. 2nd down and 10. Winchester flanked by 2 running backs. Another same pass, same spot. I believe that's the first pass or the first 2 attempts that they threw the ball downfield, Aiden.
Yeah, I agree with that. Not much working for them as they pass the ball. These Bengals have shut them down. I don't know if they really trust Prince, as I said a little bit earlier, to really throw it downfield as much. They're more of a running team, and it's shown.
It is, and it looks like the coaching staff of the Falcons went in the locker room, saw something in the seams, and now they're just trying to get Winchester just to hit the open man. He really doesn't have a smooth throwing motion, but hey, get the ball to the receiver and try to make a big play, and that's all they need as they march deeper into Bengal territory. 1st down and 10. Winchester flanked again by 2 running backs. He gives it to number 2, goes inside, bounces it outside, and right there with a nice little hit, gets him down. Looks like it's going to be
Hatcher, I think. Number 8. Hatcher.
Number 9 on that tackle.
And Quincy Johnson, yes.
So that'd be Quincy Johnson with the defensive stop, which brings up a 2nd down and about 4. 6:54, 53, 52, 51 left to go in the 3rd quarter as we start this 2nd half of playoff football. Benedictine Bengals versus the Firestone Falcons, and the big guy bangs on the left side, picks up another 1st down, and the Bengals are going to have to get stiff up front
Looks like there is a flag on the play. It's probably going to be on. Oh, I think it's a sideline warning against the Bengals.
There's no such thing as a sideline warning when you're at home, is it? I get some flack here from my compadres up here in the press booth. They say, yes, there is. So we just saw it. So it's first down at 10. Winchester will take his spot again in the shotgun. Now he's a little further back. Obang on the right side. And I believe we have the lead running back. Obang follows him up in there. I'll get a name for you in a second, folks, who the other running back is in the backfield.
23, 58, and number 8.
Again, the Bengals not allowing many yards here. They're being
Not
stiff on
much.
defense. It's
Not much. They're getting a little stingy. That was number 5 in the backfield. Cameron Martin, along with Obang.
Falcons are moving, but not very quickly. It's kind of a methodical drive right now. Not very quick.
Well, it seems like the coaching staff doesn't really of the Falcons don't really know exactly what they want to run, what area of attack they want to focus on in the Bengals defense. They're trying to be off balance, but we'll see how this finishes. Oh, great job by number 58, and again, Dolan making a good job. I'm sorry, Jalen Couch on that play. Number
Devontae James, they're number 58, and then 25, Jake Dolan. He got in there too and forced Winchester to drop back a little bit, and then Devontae finished him off.
I'm sorry, folks. I said Jalen Couch there, Jake Dolan on that tackle. A good job by the defense. Third down, loss on the play, but the Bengals defense blew that play up right from the start of the play.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as the ball was hiked.
Nice tackle there by Devontae.
So it'll be third down and 12. Falcons in Bengal territory. Winchester gets the snap, surveys the field, doesn't have much time. Pressure. He runs to the outside. He's able to pick up the first down and scramble out of bounds. I didn't think he had enough room over there on that side to turn upfield, but he did. And a good job by Winchester of pushing that X button. I believe that's on the video games to give you a burst. And he was able to quickly pick up the first down before the Bengals could force him out of bounds. So the biggest threat of the game so far for the Falcons defense, as they are in the red zone, ball resting on the 15-yard line of the Bengals. Again, some starters not in on defense, but the Bengals still trying to make plays to keep the Falcons out of the end zone and preserve this goose egg. Winchester with the ball gives to Obang, delayed, and he was able to squirt over the line of scrimmage and pick up about 2.
And just notice how long this drive has taken. There's 12 minutes and a quarter in high school football. So it's already taken well over 8 minutes, as we're around 3:47 and counting right now. So they've almost taken up 2/3 of this quarter, and they're going to take up a little bit more.
And like you mentioned at the beginning of this quarter, Aiden, the hurry-up offense, you're down by 26 points, but on the other hand, you don't want to get the ball back to the Bengals because we're scoring almost every time we touch it.
Yeah, I don't even think they're going to have enough possessions to get up to 26 points if they keep going this slow.
And that's the limitations that you have when you don't push the ball downfield. Ball's on the ground. It looks like Winchester was able to jump on it. But like you mentioned, Dolan was there to pressure him to get on it real fast.
Yeah, he almost got on that ball there. Jacob Dolan quickly back there, but Winchester did fall on the ball, and Falcons are still going to try to cap off this drive with a touchdown.
So good job by Dolan with the pressure as Patterson and Eric Cloud comes in the game. And it looks like Slimp. And I didn't get the other number of the player who came out. So it's third down, loss on the play, 14. Winchester, big hole, and he's in the end zone. Wow. Wow. Talking about parting of the sea right down the middle of the Bengals defense. Everybody wasn't on the same page, it looked like. I didn't hear any pads cracking on that play either. And Winchester does a good job of finding the open space, getting through the line of scrimmage and quickly into the defensive backfield of the Bengals and into the end zone. So there goes the goose egg. And I'm sure that the Falcons coaching staff is very glad that there won't be a running clock either.
Yeah.
But 2:19 to go in the third quarter. We're going to have a first here for the Bengals this season, at least. I don't know about the history of the school, but there's a young lady who's the kicker for the Falcons, and she is I believe she's a sophomore. Her name is.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
And it's good. It's good. Bengals put up a heck of an effort to try to get to her, but it looked like her name is, I want to say Nicolette Bucklew.
And I mean,
Nicolette Bucklew. Good job by her on the attempt, and a good job by the front 10 to block for her. But yep, folks, female kicker from Akron Firestone, and hey, she made the field goal. She did her job, huh?
Everything really went wrong there for Firestone, except for they made the kick. There was a high snap. Their line completely collapsed. Bengals just firing, trying to get to that ball. And somehow she finds a way to kick it up still and just clears the crossbar, and it's good.
So the Falcons able to do something that the Bengals haven't been able to do all day, except for once, even though we have 4 touchdowns, and that is put together a touchdown and an extra point.
Yeah.
So the Falcons get on the scoreboard, folks, here with 2:19 left to go in this game, but they still trail the Bengals 26-7. And the Bengals will get the ball back with, again, the freshman Lucas Kaltenbach leading the Bengal offense.
And like I said a little bit earlier, that drive just took way too long. There's 2 minutes and 19 seconds in the third quarter. The Bengals, they bent on defense. They did technically break, but I think they honestly won that because it was a 10-minute drive almost. So really sucked the life out of Firestone there.
Well, the onside kick unit is in. As you can see, the Bengals are anticipating a squib kick. So this is usually called the hands unit. The best guys on the team, the best hands on the team for the Bengals should be out here right now to scoop that ball up and get on the ground as soon as possible. Back to receive the kick is number 10, Javion Baker, who can take it to the house if they're not careful. And there's the approach, and it looks like he's going to kick it away. High kick. And Baker let it. He let it hit the ground, and he's taken down right there by number 24 on the 32-yard line of the Falcons, Leland Busey. So Leland Busey on the tackle, and the Bengals will start off with their freshman quarterback, who's having a fine game tonight, on the 31-yard line.
So CJ will not be making an appearance tonight, as Lucas will finish this game off. I'm guessing.
And I like that decision. Even if Yarbrough is if he's out here available to play, but Kaltenbach needs all the experience he can get, and this is I think a fine night for him to do so. You never know. If an injury sustained, especially this time of year, you don't want to be cut off guard with your freshman quarterback having no experience at all. Marvin Conkle is the intended receiver, and he just drops it.
Yeah, that was on Conkle there. Great pass there by Kaltenbach. Easy pass, but a good pass. and Conkle just couldn't bring it in there.
Got to help your young quarterback out more than that, MC. So it'll be second down and 10 as the Bengals line up once again. Looks like all the starters are still in the game. 26-7 lead. Stretch play to Baker. Dipped in, dipped out, and he scampers up the sideline on the left side of the field, able to pick up about 7. And it's going to be third down as he's brought down by Jody Stevens on that play.
Yeah, sweet play there with Baker again. You saw that in the first half a lot, but they've kind of gone a little bit away from that after the first quarter. They go to it there, and it worked well.
So the weather gods are with us tonight, folks. As you know, we've had some games that one canceled, one against Hoban, where it was just a torrential downpour, and we had a little rain last week as well. But tonight, dry, cold but dry. Baker off the left side again. He's pushing forward and able, I believe, to get the first down. He stretched out and they gave it to him.
Yep, they're gonna give it to him.
Great awareness right there by Baker. Javion stretching the ball out to extend it past the first down marker, showing his high football IQ, knowing down and distance, and just a good mental play, and that's what you like to see from your young ball players.
Yeah, you gotta know where the first down markers are there, and he knew it well.
So Baker, along with Jackson, both juniors, and bright futures here in the Bengal program. Jennings in motion to the left. Single receiver, and Marvin Conkle again, the intended receiver, but not on the same page with the young quarterback. The receiver, the cornerback was playing way off, and so it looked like Kaltenbach read that he would just sit down out there, huh, Eden?
Yeah, maybe Kaltenbach didn't know the play, or maybe it was Marvin Conkle, but it just looked like he just threw it to the wrong spot. Luckily, nobody was there.
I think it had to do the route depended on the coverage.
Yeah.
Jennings again with another play out on the side. The big guy rumbles down to the 38-yard line as they cross into Falcon territory. And that play has been effective all night. We ran it 3 times, 3 completions.
Yeah.
Nice play in the repertoire for Coach Preves.
Yeah, you talked about Kareem being a big guy. He is 6'4" and 230 pounds, and he's a sophomore. So he is a big man, and he can run and really do everything here. He's a great defensive player, defensive end there, and he'll have a bright future with the Bengals.
Yes, he will. Kaltenbach has the Bengals offense on the march. Turns and gives it to Javion Baker. Baker slams in there hard. And he's able to pick up a couple of yards as the Bengals march forward into the Falcon territory. They try to get deeper. This is going to be the last play of the third quarter. Bengals up 26-7. Kaltenbach gets the defense to jump. It looks like we're going to pick up 5 easy yards. So the freshman quarterback showing some savvy with the hard count. I don't know if the coach reminded him of that or if he did it on his own. That's just another plus for us, knowing down and distance the situation and showing some moxie right there is Kaltenbach.
Yeah, Kaltenbach caught the defense sleeping. The rest of the offense did too. And good thing we didn't jump, and not as disciplined as the Bengals or the Falcons.
Yeah, not on that play at least. A good job by the offensive line of holding their water, as we say it in football world, and not leaking and not flinching and jumping as the penalty will go against the Falcons, and they'll pick up an easy 5 yards and more manageable second down and 3. So the game clock will start at the hike of the ball. Again, just wow. They know something inside there. It's number 17, knife stand for the tackle. And that would be Xavier Lee Aiden. That's the second time they've been able to get penetration that quick on Kaltenbach. And he just caught by surprise, not able to make a play at all.
Yeah, sometimes the offensive line has looked like Swiss cheese, has too many holes in it, and they exposed the Bengals there on that one.
So that'll do it for the third quarter. As coming up right away is Mr. Lohu with the third quarter stats. And the Bengals leading 26-7, going into the final quarter of the ball game. Lohu, take it away.
I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of the third quarter, rushing for the Bengals, number 10, Baker, had 3 rushes for 12 yards. Passing, our freshman, number 15, Lucas, had one completion on 3 attempts for 21 yards. Receiving, Kareem Jennings, 1 reception for 21 yards. On defense, in the lead right now is number 8, Mike Hatch, and number 51, Joe McDonald, with 2 solo tackles each.
Appreciate that. Fine job as usual. So to start this fourth quarter, the Bengals will keep the ball in Falcon territory. I'm John Good. My partner, Aiden Kenny, is here. We're bringing you Bengal action along with our statistician, Mr. Alohu.
And long third down here, I just imagine the Bengals are just going to run it here, try to roll a little bit of clock here and punt it away.
So third down, need big yards. Kaltenbach goes down again, and Baker has got to do a better job of picking up that blitz. And I think the defensive coordinator of the Falcons have found something here.
Yeah, I'm not sure I like that play call. I think you just run it there, especially with a freshman quarterback. You can't really put him in that position on a long third down. You just run it, try to waste a little bit of clock, but now they're going to have to punt it from about the 50.
Well, you know what the coach is going to say. You don't like the call. He's going to blame it on the offensive line, not picking up the blitz. And Javion Baker was standing right there in front of Kaltenbach, and he's got to do a better job of stepping in front of it and stoning that rusher. So the Bengals will punt it away as Christian Cora, the 9th leading goal maker in soccer history in the state of Ohio, kicks a beautiful punt. Javion Baker, I believe it is, doing a good job. Excuse me, that's number 11, not number 10. So that would be Brandon Robinson. Nope, that's number 10.
No, yeah, it was.
Yeah, that's Javion.
Yeah, Baker.
I tried to give you some credit there, Brandon. But Javion doing a good job as he's all over the field, down in the football, inside the 10-yard line of the Falcons.
We already talked about how great Christian Cora is in the soccer world, but he's also an amazing punter here in the football world, or at least the American football world.
Yeah, I think he has a lot of talent. He has a chance to extend his athletic career in football or soccer. So good luck to that young man. Fine young man, fine family in the Benedictine fold.
Yeah, his father is the head coach of the soccer team, and he's a great head coach at that.
So thank you, Mr. Cora, for all the hard work that you put in and developing that young man to a fine young man and a fine soccer player. So Falcons tries the middle of the defense of the Bengals, comes away with maybe a yard. So no sense of urgency here for the Falcons, as it looks like they're just going to try to just run plays and be respectable in this ball game. As there's no sense of urgency, Aiden.
Yeah, I mean, even this whole second half, they just didn't really look like they wanted to go really tempo or really quickly. They just, like you said, no urgency. They didn't want to win this game, it looked like a little bit.
So Winchester gets the snap, gives the ball off again, right up the middle, and taken down by a whole host of Bengals right there. So Daniels the ball carrier. Pickup of about another yard, third down. They better be careful because the Bengals will flip this field on them right here as they're deep in their territory, and we'll get a pretty good field position on the next possession.
Yeah, I imagine this 100% has to be a pass here. There's no way you can run it, right?
But the only pass they've been able to throw, and they're in that formation right now where number 6 at the top over there on the left side catch the ball as he runs past the defender, so he throw it over the linebacker's head, but nope, he gives it up to 36, and he's able to turn and reverse his field and close to a first down as the ball carrier number 36 is Davion McDaniel, and he was able to pick up the first down.
Yeah,
wow.
He runs to the right. He can't find a hole there, and then he just bounces it. He was actually, turned backwards towards their own end zone, but he just turns it all the way around, runs it to the left side of the field, and gets a first down.
So fine effort by McDaniel, not quitting on the play. And like you said, Aiden, going the opposite side of the ball and able to pick up the first down as it's 9-14 and counting here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, so they've had 3 men in the backfield for most of this second half here. I don't know what they're doing here. They're a little confused.
Winchester directs his running back Obang over to the left and didn't have the play straight, and you can see him slapping his thigh pass. That's Winchester I'm talking about in frustration of not being able to get the ball in. So 8:46 left to go in the ball game, folks. The Bengals out to a commanding lead, 26-7 over the Akron Firestone Falcons, who took the trip from Akron up here to Euclid to play the Bengals in this first round of the Ohio High School football tournament.
Yeah, the Bengals just really showed how great of a team they are. Even with some of their stars out, they came out, got a 26-0 lead at halftime, and they really haven't had to do anything in this second half here.
Yeah, I believe we've only had one possession. Well, we had two because we had a one-play possession where we threw the football long, and a Kaltenbach to Conco touchdown. Oh, almost got him corralled up there in the backfield. When he threw it, he almost threw it to a Bengal. We would have loved that. But getting to him first looked like Ileana was in on the tackle.
Yeah, A.J. Slumps almost got his hands on that ball and completely ended to shut out this game for the Falcons here.
Yeah, Slumps right there. Ball thrown behind him and the intended receiver as number 58 comes into the game now for the Bengals. That's Devontae James, Ileano, and McDonald on the defensive line. We got Slump, Dolan, and I believe Otowski in at the linebackers, and Obang able to get outside on the left side and pick up a big gain and another first down for the Falcons as he's able to stop the clock with 8:35 left to go in the ball game.
Yeah, somebody forgot about the running back on that play.
Well, containment. You know, Kareem Jennings does an excellent job of containment, has done it from game one all the way up until the playoff season right now. And that time he was able to get around that left end and able to pick up a first down as they try to approach midfield. Ball's on the 36-yard line. Winchester back to pass. He's looking downfield, but he's got Bengals all over him. And I just mentioned his name, and he comes up with a big play. That's number 58, Devontae James, as he arrived at Winchester in a real nasty mood and able to put him down quick.
The 6'1" defensive lineman, Devontae James, making his presence known on the field with a huge sack there. A couple of Bengals in the backfield, too. And they just collapsed on him. And now it's looking even worse here for the Falcons.
So now we see why they like to run a lot. Any play that seems like it's going to take some time to develop, Aiden, the coaches don't really have a lot of confidence in it.
Yeah, it seems like they've gone completely to the pass, finally.
So it's 2nd and 26, and of course the ball is back on the ground. Winchester breaks a few tackles. He's got the first down. He's got a little bit more as he shows his speed, and a late flag comes out of nowhere, and it looks like it's going to be against the Falcons.
Yeah, and right as I say, they go completely to the pass game. Of course, they run it, but that's really been it. They've been, running with the running back or just running it with just QB rushes, and that's been about it. And they're getting completely backed up here, the Falcons, after a holding.
So we can see exactly why Winchester was able to pop that for a big gain. He had a little help, a little illegal help, but we had the football cops on the beat, and they were able to come up with the call holding against the Falcons.
Yeah, refs have been pretty good here. Haven't seen any blown calls or bad calls at all today, so good for them. I guess.
We haven't seen many penalties at all today.
Yeah, no, not many. Teams are pretty disciplined. Again, only 2 men in the backfield here for the Falcons. They've gone away from that 3-man set.
So the Falcons, 1st and 10, keeps the football, takes it out over the 40-yard line to about the 41, and that will be a pickup of about 4. 2nd down and 6. 7:15 and counting left to go in the ball game. Bengals up 26-7. The lone score coming in the 3rd quarter for the Falcons. And we have a penalty, offsides on the offense. Looks like they lined up offsides.
Yeah, and fans are chanting 3rd down. They believe it is. And I thought it was too.
No, I believe on the penalty,
Yeah,
they played the down over again.
You're right.
Yep. So now the ball comes back, and it'll be 2nd down and about a long 9, or a short 9, long 8. Winchester again in the shotgun. Gives to Obang. Obang picks his way, slams into the defensive line of the Bengals, but not for much gain as he's taken down right there by the defensive front. Eliano in on the tackle.
You still hear the Benedictine fans chanting 3rd down, I guess now 4th down, but they're going to keep it at 3rd down. 26-7 ball game, but they're still, these Bengal fans are great.
So 3rd down and 8. 6:23 and counting. Winchester getting his men lined up. Still seems like there's question marks over everybody's heads, but now they come still with confidence. Obang to the left. Little swing pass. Winchester. No one open. He tries to take it himself, and he's brought down. Excellent tackle right there by number 24, I believe it is. 22.
AJ Slumps.
Yeah, AJ with another good play.
Yeah, it looked like Eliano also on that tackle, number 74, the big man.
I got to say, I'm impressed with Slumps. Looks like he's been taking a lot of snaps for Bedingfield, hasn't he?
Yeah, Bedingfield may be still a little banged up with that turf toe. As you see him on the sideline, number 6. He's actually doing a little dance right now. Great. I mean, as I said earlier.
Toe must be fine.
Yeah, he must be. He's probably the best linebacker in the state of Ohio.
4th down, and they're going to go for it. Winchester in the shotgun. Obang lined up to the left. Winchester gets the ball. He's going to take it himself. And he squirts through and able to get past the defensive back and all the way down to the 4-yard line. Excellent hustle and another penalty flag on the play, and it looks like it might be a horse collar tackle as Winchester gets up slow. Took the officials a little while to try to figure it out if it was a horse collar or not, but they were able to discern that it's going to be a horse collar tackle. It's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, a lot of laundry on the field there.
But an excellent job by Winchester and that offensive line banging into the defensive line of the Bengals. And Winchester keeping his feet moving, able to squirt through, get to the second level in such a hurry. I was almost at a loss for words, but an excellent job of hustling by that defensive backfield of the Bengals.
Yeah, Prince, again, found a lane, and he turned on the Jets there, but couldn't cap it off with a touchdown, as we're about just under 5 minutes and counting here in the fourth quarter.
So the ball is on the 2-yard line of the Bengals. Let's see if they can come up with a defensive stand. They give it to the big back Obang, and he is not in. He is not in.
Yeah, well short there. Good play by the defense.
Let's go defense, Bengal pride. Let's stand up and stop these guys. This will be a good job by the defense if they can hold them out of the end zone, especially with the slew of backup players we got out there on the field.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of JV players getting a little time here. It's great to see. Of course, just preserving the starters for next week, as this game is already over pretty much.
Winchester takes the snap to his head. He's going to take it by himself, and he bounces it outside and able to slide into the end zone, as it looked like the Bengals had him corralled on that left side, but they weren't able to secure him. He was able to get away and slide into the end zone.
Looks like a little tussle over there after the play with number 58, Devontae James. He's had a good game so far. But, yeah, just another touchdown there as we're around 4:03 left in the game.
So the Bengals get outscored on that play by the Falcons of Akron from Firestone, as they have 2 scores in the second half and the Bengals only have 1. But the Bengals are still in command with a 26-13 lead. As we mentioned, the female kicker back out on the field to do her job for the Falcons. Nicolette Bucklew attempts the extra point. Kick and snap, down, up, and it's blocked. As the offensive line didn't give her much help at all on that. And the Bengals blocked the attempt. Now the score remains at 26-13.
Looked like number 24, 12, a bunch of guys back there. You got Gabe Beltowski and Kamari Hayes, the juniors, back there to block that kick.
And Gabe Beltowski came limping off the field, Aiden.
Yeah. Grabbing
and still limping a little gingerly on the sidelines. I don't know what happened on that play, but hopefully he's all right. He's a tough player and a good person.
Yeah, definitely.
He's got a bright future in the Bengal uniform too, as they're going to be looking forward to his leadership for the rest of the season going into next year.
Yeah, and as I mentioned a little bit earlier, he's kind of like that Swiss Army knife for the Bengals here. He can play fullback. I've seen him a little bit at receiver, a little tight end kind of playing. He's the long snapper. He gets a lot of reps on special teams, so it's really good to see him out there. And, of course, linebacker. I forgot that. A lot of things. He could play all over the field.
Primary position.
Yes.
So Firestone player was on the field, and he's up and moving off as number 78, is moving slowly to the sideline. Corden Williams, senior, another big guy on this team, 6'2", 270. Like I said, this team has some good size. They just tonight is just not flowing for them. They come up with a big play, but then they take 2 or 3 steps backwards, not able to put together a full series to be consistent.
Yeah, they never really came out, and they just never really looked like they wanted to win this game that much. I mean, I know we've mentioned it time and time, but again, the urgency was just not there coming into the second half. You're down by, 4 scores. You gotta go quick. You gotta, pass the ball. They just didn't even look like they wanted to win this game, really.
Yeah, I was even looking for anything was just the tempo, just a quicker tempo. Quarterback kicks the ball short and picked up right there by the runner. Looks like he had a little opening, able to bring it out almost to the 40-yard line. As we get a number on the returner, we'll let you know exactly who it was.
Looks like 18, Eric Cloud, the sophomore.
So Eric Cloud doing a good job of advancing the ball up. I would have liked him better if he would have caught it. You never know which way that ball is going to bounce, but I'm pretty sure they'll get that straightened out in practice next week. And our freshman quarterback will take the field again as Lucas Kaltenbach in his first start this season for the Bengals comes in the first 2021 playoff game. He's under center and he gives the football off right up the middle, and running with the football is
Luke Reed,
one of our backup running backs, and that would be Luke Reed,
the sophomore. Again, as I mentioned earlier, last year he actually played, as a freshman, he played quarterback. Now he's changed to a running back, and he's really going to get his time to shine at his senior year, as there are a couple of guys ahead of him at that position.
So Bengals in tight formation, fullback, I formation, turn, give the read again. He's got a big hole. He bounces to the left side, and he stumbles forward almost for another first down. He picks up 8 quick ones right there, brought down by number 4, Mark Travis, and number 6, Stevens.
Great to see, even a third-string running back for the Bengals. He's finding holes and he's busting them, and it's just sucking the life out of the Falcons right now.
So Javon Baker getting a well-deserved rest. Blitz on the play, met right in the hole by Beltovsky with an excellent block that gives the opportunity to the running back, Reed, to advance the ball down into Falcon territory.
Great blocking here by the Bengals, and again, he's busting to the outside. That's where the Bengals have found the biggest, that's where they found the most gain from their running, is from the outside, not even in the inside. And Luke Reed looking really nice for the Bengals, and you also see Gabe Beltoski, as I mentioned, at fullback.
Looking tough. Oh, wow. You're not going to get away from that big guy.
No.
Oh, boy.
They got a nice defensive line, the Falcons do, and they've shown the Bengals up a couple of times there, and they've won a couple of one-on-one matchups on the line. But overall, it is 26-13 as it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds and counting here.
As Corden Williams was on that tackle, Corden showing some fortitude and some courage. He's not 100% out there, as he was the player that was down for the Falcons on that last possession. He's back up and trying his best at the defensive line position. Kaltenbach gets the signal from the sideline. He's taking his time. The Bengals with a commanding lead. And there's Baker. Baker explodes off on the left side all the way down to the 10-yard line. As the Bengals will keep the ball on the ground and drain the clock as much as they can to get out of here with a W.
And Baker's really making a case to be the starter for the Bengals at the running back position. Obviously, Dwayne Jackson could not play tonight because of suspension. But, I mean, that's a really good case if you've played like Javion Baker has tonight.
Javion Baker efforts tonight really typifies what the Bengals are about in the running game. It's right there. Reed back in the backfield again. Carries the ball up the middle. Brought down by number 35 on that play. 75 on that play. And that would be Kimono Jones. So Kimono Jones with a fine defensive effort right there. Bengals, 2nd down and 7 yards to go. Yes, 2nd down and 7 yards to go as we go under a minute in this first playoff game as the Bengals lead 26-13. Turn, give, And he's stacked up, racked up, and jacked up by the defense of the Falcons. As Reed was on the ball carrier right there.
Yeah, I couldn't find a hole there. Just met one of the Falcons at the line of scrimmage. But 3rd and 9 here is 27 seconds and counting. This game looks like maybe one more play, maybe not. This game is wrapped up.
Well, both teams are heading to midfield for the handshake. The Bengals are signaling that they don't really want to run a play if they don't have to, and I don't think they will. Fine effort in this initial contest by the Bengals as they beat Akron Firestone 26-13 to start off this 2021 season. We're going to go to the Big O for the stats.
All right, this is Auditorio Low here with your end of the game stats. So, to cap it off for the Benedictine Bengals, rushing, they had 24 rushes for a total of 112 rushing yards. Total yards is 10 for 190 passing yards, 170 passing yards. 10 out of 15, 10 for 15 total, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. They did have 1 fumble and only 2 penalties for 9 yards total. And for Firestone, for rushing yards, they had a total of 40 rushes for 200 rushing yards. They only had 52 passing yards on 7 attempts, 7 for 13 on completions, and they had 3 fumbles for 2 losses, 4 penalties for 36 yards. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Back to you, John and Kenny.
Thanks a lot, good job tonight with the stats. Aiden, the Bengals start this playoff season in fine fashion with a dominating performance here against the Falcons, who traveled up here from Akron to play the Bengals. And it's good to see us get off to a good start, especially with a lot of young players in the lineup tonight.
Definitely, and for a team that's looking at to be a state champion this year, this is a really great start, even with a backup quarterback and some backup players on the offensive side and even the defensive side. It was just a great showing, and we'll look forward to either Brush or Riverside. Got to get caught up in that game to see who we're going to play, but either of them I feel like we could handle. So a great win for the Bengals again, and let's keep this going, keep the season going.
So again, folks, a good job also by the coaching staff, Coach Good and his crew. Well prepared, made great adjustments. We only got 1 touchdown in the second half, but I think we got some players in there, Aiden, tonight that needed some playing time to give the coaches more confidence in them during this tournament season, so that they know who can step up in case we really do miss one of those performers that we did not have tonight, as we wait and see what it looks like going forward.
Yeah, and you said it really. One of the biggest takeaways of this game is the Bengals' youth. We really saw the Bengals' future out on the field these next couple of years, and it's looking really good. Beating a team in the playoffs 26-13 like that is a good win, and hopefully the Bengals can keep rolling against either Brush or Riverside and keep those state championship hopes alive.
So, folks, thank you for joining us here tonight at Euclid High School Football Stadium. We will be back here next week as the Bengals, finishing first in the region, gives us home field advantage until the state takes over the playoff games, and looks like we might end up with maybe 3 home games in this tournament season, since it was expanded to 16 teams this year. So we look forward to seeing you next week. So clear your schedules, make time to join us here on the telecast. My name again is John Good, class of 80, and my partner Aiden Kinney joining me, the class of 23, correct?
Yep, correct.
All right, I got it right that time. Folks, have a safe and blessed weekend, a blessed week, and we'll see you next week here on the telecast. So for my partner Aiden, me, John, and the rest of the crew, good night.